Do you think people watch MTV for the music?
Yeah, I think that's, that's why all of us have jobs, is for the music. That's why it's music, television.
The way I look at MTV is it's a perfect place to experiment. If something doesn't work great, you just take it off again.
Let me tell you something that's been going on. You've got to pay attention to me. Let me pitch you something that's been on my mind. I've heard enough, it's time to leave your work behind. Oh yeah, it's party time. Ooh yeah, oh yeah, it's party time. Ooh yeah, oh yeah, it's party time. Don't you know it's time to party?
When you see somebody walk through the door, a filmmaker, coming in for the first pitch, do you feel like you can tell if they're going to be really good, if they're going to go somewhere?
No, I can tell whether I'm going to be able to stomach, meetings with them.
Is this the first time you've had a meeting with a television executive?
Yes, it is, yeah. I'd say so.
And what are you going to try to pitch him something?
Yeah, I've got a few ideas along the lines of the film. Yeah, see what he says, yeah.
What do you know about Peter Doherty?
I know he's one of the top people at MTV for creativity and stuff, so...
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
Trace, you want to grab Andrew, please? How you doing? Sorry to keep you waiting.
How you doing?
Please take a seat.
So.
I very much enjoyed your tape.
Great. Thank you.
That's obviously why you're here. But I have to tell you, I don't necessarily have anything particular planned, if you know what I'm getting at. It's nice to meet someone if as opposed to just sending a letter saying I like your film, but I think it's better to sit down and I can at least explain where I'm coming from, explain
that's
kind
what
of what we do. You know.
That's all I want. I just want to send it off and see what you think. And
I mean, we play different types of interstitial programming, so to speak. Some are specifically commissioned for an event, or a program to promote it. Some are more just art, breaks, so to speak. Yeah. And some are licensed existing programming. I mean, sometimes people send us a short film, say, would you play this on MTV? Yeah. And often, because I'm limited to a minute, I ask them to, would you be willing to edit it down to a minute or use an extract? So do you mind if we just have another peek at it?
By all means.
So just,
yeah. Used different locations. We filmed in Milton Keynes because it, mirror buildings and all that actually look like America.
When I watch things back again, it's kind of how much would be understood by people like Beavis and Butthead. I mean, if something is so obviously a spoof or whatever, you kind of get it even if you're not 100% sure of every word. You still hopefully get the gist of it all.
Do you get the gist of it? I mean, the idea of the way he out-calls people with his sunglasses and all that, it's all a bit...
What, sorry?
When he takes the sunglasses off, the white flash,
I
mean, he's a cool customer, he out-calls people and thinks he can get away with everything for free.
Right. For me, I mean, if the narrative is almost not that clear, it's better. For me, because you can see it a couple times and maybe try to figure it out. I mean, if it's literally just a montage of these guys driving around and acting stupid, I mean, to me, that's
all it is, to be honest with you. Yeah,
I mean,
just several scenes. Yeah.
So, like, this is what you do. You have like people come in and show you their tapes and stuff.
What Peter does is, I don't know. I mean, it's partly all about what exactly it is that Peter does. It's difficult, really, to describe.
I am Senior Vice President, Creative, On Air. Dot.
Probably the simplest way to describe it is that when I'm talking to somebody, I say, I work for MTV, and if they're not a big fan of, say, sort of most of the stuff on the playlist, what they always say is, oh, I really like those funny little bits on him. I really like those. And then the next question is normally, do you know how I could get that? How will I get one of those? Could I do one of those?
So, like, how many people work here?
Oh, I think over 700, including freelancers and temps and things.
Really?
Truly.
What's this department?
This is production general.
Cool.
Hello, stranger.
Hey, man. Grab a pew?
Yeah, I brought you a couple of things I just wanted to show you.
Yeah.
Just for the heck of it.
That's cool.
So I wanted to show you just quickly what Russ just did. Titles for this. It's still going to be tweaked a little, I think.
So who's done this?
Russ Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
And what do you do?
Associate producer.
Associate
yeah.
producer. Does that mean like you're not a whole producer
So I'm
yet?
not as big as the... You still get to do interesting stuff, like title sequence just did.
was
but
that
the
for?
usual.
What was
that
it?
was for MTV Base, the new
Oh,
hip-hop
right.
black show, or whatever,
Oh, right.
black music show.
All right.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
So it drops in a few times, as opposed to full screen. There's one here, say sponsored by. I think that has to be a little bit longer.
And when you watch it on TV and you see that's your title sequence, do you feel really proud of it?
Not because it's on TV, but just because,
Really?
yeah, I mean, so if I saw it on Channel 4 or something, then it'd be more
It'd be better
real.
if you saw it on Channel 4.
Not as such as in, no, it looked more real,
Right,
only because I don't have MTV.
right.
They were so loose about their branding. You know, they weren't asking for the full screen,
Right.
huge logos like some companies. But because there's such a gray area, all we can do is kind of guess what's appropriate.
Have you
So
ever met
we-
any famous people working here? Like any pop stars or anything?
No, I haven't actually.
Well, I think an occasional 3-minute film drops in instead of a video. Very occasional is worth experimenting because what do you got to lose? I mean, seriously, I don't think we're going to lose people, long term. I think it'd be more, wow.
And that's the only difference we've got out there. I mean, everyone else is using the same shit that we're using. I mean, we're the ones that actually do something different with it.
So let me just show you these things.
Who's this?
Now this kid, I don't know if it's a kid. He's coming in. His name is Liam Lynch. He sent these in. I think he sent them to the States as well.
He's Irish, so he'll get preference.
He's a Yank.
Yeah. Oh, he's a Yank.
Double preference.
Even worse.
He won scholarship to that Liverpool McCartney back thing, so he's up there now. Possibly license these for the short term and then maybe do some more if we can work out.
Like, something that we work with them on. Yeah.
Now I know that. I know.
Stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're on.
Great. Next week I'm going on vacation,
Oh, good.
and I'm gonna go see my old friend Chester.
Chester is like a cult following already for Chester. It's just a couple frames of him.
That's just it. That's good.
I would like to tell you something about
There's one where he's got Abe Lincoln in it, another one he meets Genghis Khan, and he
brilliant.
asks them, it's really stupid, but
Brilliant. Brilliant.
once you look at it, you think, God, whatever, but once you give it a chance, it all comes down to the writing.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't matter whether they're socks or puppets or,
Yeah.
or dogs or whatever. He just seems like a really smart guy, so, I'm looking forward to, meeting him.
Is he like your boss?
He's very much like my boss.
Did you get along with him?
Yeah, I think so.
So like you're Brent Hansen, and you're the head of everything?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I kind of sit in my office and watch the fish tank and kind of like people make decisions around me most of the time.
So you think that MTV is like a channel for young people?
Well, that's essentially where it's aiming. I mean, that's clearly where our business is. I mean, we're aiming essentially kind of 18 to 25-year-olds. But I think anyone worth their salt, and certainly in television, will still watch MTV for its effect and to see what, I mean, a lot of people rip us off, of course. So, I think we're there as a little bit of a think tank for a lot of people as well. And I think that's kind of cool. I don't mind that. I don't make the day-by-day decisions on the kind of individual pieces. I have experts. I've got 18-year-old kids here who can do those things.
But do you ever have like the 18 and 20-year-olds saying to you that you're wrong about something because you're older and you're out of touch?
Sometimes. Well, look, they don't normally say I'm out of touch. I think they probably don't dare say that.
And what do you think when people say like MTV is just too sexy?
I mean, sexy television, unfortunately, is the way it's at the moment. And, I think some of the more sexy stuff that we offer is in imagery, not necessarily literally, but in terms of the way we deal with visuals. And I think it's a more sexy environment rather than, specifically sexy images. And I think that's just too obvious.
And like, how do you think people watch it? Do you think like people sit and watch it for an evening, or do you just want people to just turn it on and then watch a little bit?
I think there's something seriously wrong with them. They sit and watch it for a whole evening.